Welcome
to Jokes the Fandom.
This is Black Mike, and we're here for our very first video. We call 999 and 1 piece of 8. Let's get it.
So, starting off, we have this fresh color page.
That thing is fine. Like, I'm just saying, it's well known that Oda's wife and Nami are...
Yeah, because you want to say num the entire time.
Yep.
You got this.
You know, Sanji may be a simp, but he's a simp for the pretty ladies.
Absolutely. So, moving on to the first page, we've got Luffy looking like he's going up to the 5th floor. Well, actually, it says the 5th floor, which is kind of interesting considering the last time we saw him, he was on floor 4, headed to floor 5 with Jinbei. Now, we have...
The helmsman.
Everybody knows he's the helmsman. What was that? 5 chapters ago?
He's the helmsman! Okay. I know these things! I am smarter!
Okay, before this even starts, we all know that you just watched this for the fights.
Facts! Just saying this right now, future fans, because we don't have any ages yet, but...
Yeah.
But I grew up on Dragon Ball, so fight scenes are important. And One Piece, for all of its thousands chapters, have some pretty primo fight scenes.
That stated, One Piece is so much more than that. It's got its lore. And this little simp just decides, oh, there's a flashy finishing move. It's perfect. Now that we've got that side straight out of the way, let's get back to the chapter.
Hey, look, it appears that France has taken over One Piece. The Musketeers have struck again. Look, they're right there. Striking at the One Piece people. The Musketeers! You my resistance! I think I did that wrong.
It's Dogstorm's Musketeers.
Oh!
Duke, come here, dog. That's not how dogs work. Anyway, moving on to this. For some reason, he's referring to Sicilian as... No, shish. We're just gonna...
Isn't that somebody's laugh?
Yes. That would happen to be... And spoilers for those of you who haven't gotten there. That would be...
Just say...
Gecko Moria.
If they're watching our video of a review of chapter 999 and One Piece...
Yeah, because YouTube's algorithms don't send you to videos that you want to watch.
That's the whole point of the video. That's the whole point of the algorithm. So you only get the videos you want to see.
Back to the chapter.
So the Dogmateers are apparently cutting their way through so Luffy can go up the stairs to heaven and claim the piece of one. End of story. Chapter 1000 over. 2 pages.
Terrible. So, and he's talking to these guys like they risked their lives. I mean, Kaido's crew, so I mean, with respect. But for some reason, he says that he'll be back. Like,
obviously, he's going to be back. He's the protagonist. He comes in, kicks them in the
booster bus.
Yeah, there we go. That works. He kicks them in the booster bus, and then he's like, woot. Let's get it.
Well, yes, but here's my thing. If both of the Yonkos are essentially sitting at the top of Onigashima, then that would stand to reason, like, that means that he's going to kick their butts and come back?
I mean, there are 2 Yonko fighting up there, so...
They're not fighting. They're literally waiting there, because as far as I know, Kaido straight wiped the floor with the scabbards. I mean, yeah, they got in their licks, and we got to see the Scabbards kick hella butt. But like
Kaido.
Raizo coming in there like the fucking 8th Hokage, like ridiculous.
The 8th Hokage is Naruto.
No, Naruto is the 7th Hokage.
So is that
because the 6th Hokage is Kakashi. Yeah. Mr. Oh yeah, gotta get it from my boy Kakashi. I'm just saying, guys. He said he was a fan. He's wearing the shirt, and he doesn't even know which Hokage Kakashi is. You heard it here first.
He's the face. So the 8th Hokage would be
Raizo, absolutely Raizo. Kaido coming in there with the Boro breath. Raizo just coming in there with the mystic fucking mirror scroll reversal. Sent it right back. I mean, don't get me wrong, Kaido didn't take anything for that.
But this is Kaido we're talking about. The guy is a dragon.
He's a carp.
Okay? I'm just saying, as of right now, as far as I'm aware, there's only one person to pierce his hide.
You mean like at least 2 or 3 of the Scabbards? Because I mean they poked him.
No, by piercings, sure, you can get superficial. What he got was superficial wounds. But nothing that'll leave a giant scar on his chest.
I mean that's true. Alright, so getting into this.
Oh, what we got here? Is Kaido transforming? Is this what's going on? Oh,
no, this is King and Queen. So we've got...
damn it, what's with his powers? Is he invincible?
Right. Okay, so what we've got here is King and Queen going after Marco, but because Marco's body is made of the flames of regeneration, essentially the attacks just sort of pass through him.
Well, yeah, because he's the immortal phoenix. Hey, look, he tosses Zoro! That's not really...
Well, no. He was giving Zoro a ride to the top of Onigashima.
Well, I mean... I literally said...
I understand. But... we could at least read the chapter. I mean, I understand that you want to skim...
No, I mean... You talked about his fight. Here it is.
I know, but I'm actually reading, panel by panel.
Well, yeah, I got to hear, and now he's getting tossed.
But I do love this. Just for the reference, for those of you who have watched any of Totally Not Mark's videos, love that, man. Always like your reviews. But
shameless plug.
And it just won't stop. Regardless.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. More shameless plugging.
Always. So, he made a point to note that in the very beginning, when Oda started off, he wrote chapters with, the speech bubbles basically around the pictures, leaving a lot of the imagery for the viewer. And I can definitely tell, especially in pages 4 and 5, there is a classical feel to this where it's a lot less verbal and a lot more visual.
Like Goku's transformation into Super Saiyan. It's literally 2 pages and and one of them's a full spread of him in Super Saiyan. I get that. I feel that. And the cool thing about mangas are they're literally. I hate to say it this way. I really
going into the monologue, like right now, like in the middle of the chapter, like we were really going to page like 5. I mean, we can always save this for the end.
That's very true.
There we go.
We can always just kind of paste places.
And it says D with 2 E's. What the? And this is in my father's journal. All right, I'm telling you right now, if this gives us what the definition of the D is, I just might lose my mind.
Well, it is chapter 999 and One Piece. I'm going to beat that joke into the ground.
Shameless. Plug. Honestly, I never truly believed that I would get the chance to meet you. Of course,
this is for you
castle on that horrible day. Okay, so we've got Man, really just messing with the names here. We got Yamato. Honestly, I never truly believed that I would get the chance to meet you, which is, I'm guessing, a reference to Momonosuke due to the fact that there was the whole time skip and the attempt of her father to end the Kozuki clan. So, let's see here. About Odin's grand life and the world he experienced, it contains everything there is to know. And so, this is going to look to be a segment where
this literally that journal has what the One Piece is.
Oh, most definitely. What
the Will of D is.
See, here's the thing. I don't think that it would have the actual One Piece. Because I don't think that... Because essentially, it was stated, especially in the Odin flashback, because it was based off of his log, that when Goldie Roger found the One Piece, he laughed.
I do believe the the panel for when they found the One Piece is everyone's in tears and everyone is laughing.
Yes, and there's absolutely nothing in the background.
It's all white, which is, I mean, that's on One Piece level, but on the same time, it's strange considering One Piece is a very visual thing. It's usually got a lot of stuff going on in the panels. But on Whitebeard's ship, weren't you? Then you went on Rogers. They said that in the future, over 20 years later, the new world here would be overrun with young and powerful new pirates.
Alright. So, from what we've seen, Momonosuke was born on Whitebeard's ship, but we also saw that in the flashback. And then they're talking about, the rising age of piracy.
But, I mean, to say that in 20 years the world would be overrun with young, powerful new pirates, it's like saying the NBA in 20 years will be filled with young, talented, good basketball players. I mean, based on the previous the Rant's things, but I mean...
Well, I mean, you have to consider the fact that, this is essentially the Age of Conquerors. So, I mean... Unlike many of the other ages, instead of having, one rising pirate, you have a whole bunch who have made names for themselves.
No.
I mean, you have to consider the fact that the 11 supernovas, upon entering into the new world, already had enough clout that even the Yonko knew who they were.
Well, and I mean, here's the thing.
Actually, here.
How long has Roger been dead?
2 years.
No, Roger.
Well, that's 20.
Yeah, okay. So in 20 years, there would be new powerful pirates. So
that was also
20 years
in flashback, bud. Because they needed 20 years. They needed at least 13 years for Shirahoshi to be born again, because she's part of what is the puzzle. I understand that you don't like keeping up with the lore.
No, I was simply stating that the reason there are so many pirates is that all of the kids who watched who were inspired by Roger's last words are now adults and pirating to fulfill Roger's last prophecy. If you want to be king, find the One Piece. And what he did was he inspired an entire generation, because all of the people who could do it didn't really...
I mean, you could say that, but at the same time, think about how many pirates... pirates were searching for it, but consider over the course of 20 years, the people who made big names for themselves were either part of big crews, warlords, or people who had essentially become imprisoned. Consider for a second that Rockstar, with a bounty of 300 million, was a newbie on Shanks's crew, and when he walked up to Whitebeard to hand him that letter, Whitebeard still didn't know who he was. However, Luffy at the time, before the time skip, understood Ace is his brother.
So,
but
obviously Ace talked about him.
Well, yes, but considering the fact that,
words and syllables, sentences and paragraphs.
Shove it. But no, considering the fact that Luffy had attacked so many well-renowned places, the clout that he has around the world is that of, one of the most wild. Even most of the supernovas who had come to the island knew who Luffy was.
Well, I mean, he literally was the main component in the war. He attacked
the war hadn't happened yet. If we're legitly talking about Sabaody, when he showed up, the only thing that he had to his name at that point in time was taking down Arlong, taking down Crocodile.
Well, Crocodile
Crocodile was considered a cover-up because that was given to Smoker and Tashigi, which is how he got his promotion.
Well, yeah, I mean, somebody's got to take the thing. They can't obviously credit a pirate with the downfall of a corrupt warlord, right?
Right.
I mean, the world government couldn't do that. They couldn't let a pirate have that on him. But taking down a warlord for a newbie pirate, an experienced warlord like Crocodile, who, by the way, his name is Crocodile, but he's sand type. I thought that was always a weird choice for Oda to make.
Why? You realize that whole thing is a pun. For a guy who wanted to be a part of Jokes of the Fandom, you don't get why his name is Crocodile?
No, I get it. I thought it was a weird choice.
He legitly looks like Captain Hook, and he named him Crocodile. That is the joke.
That was not the joke I was going for. The more you know. Because knowledge is power, kids. G.I. Joe!
Absolutely not.
Shameless plugs.
And that's what's happening now. I believe that Ace was the first and foremost among them. But when he died, I remembered something.
Shoot, that was a slip of the tongue. I wasn't supposed to say that. You didn't hear that. Forget about it. Anyway, don't laugh at that. Me and Sabo won't allow it. So he knew Sabo was alive then. Ace knew Sabo was alive.
That's interesting. That's at the end of my little brother's dream. Sure, when Luffy first said it, we laughed, but that's okay. Nobody else can laugh. We believe in him. I really think he can make it happen, and that's why Ace... Huh? Yeah, what's the deal, Yamato? I'm not going to laugh at him. Those are the words the King of the Pirates spoke. Which is... I mean, everybody kind of knew that, but the whole thing is...
Ace was drunk in that, so maybe he's like...
Whoosh. The reference to that is deep, mostly just because every time somebody states for the first time that they want to be king of the pirates or whatever the heck it is, Oda makes a point to cut it off. So, for instance, if you look at the flashback of Sabo, Ace, and Luffy, when he's at the top of that hill, he goes, "I'm gonna be," and then the waves crash, and you just get the speech bubbles. What? The same thing happened when Goldie Roger, I think he was talking to Rayleigh. I'd have to do a little bit more research into that. Watch more One Piece. I would hate that. Anyway.
What he's not telling you is he's going to make me watch it too.
Never fear, for I am here.
Wait, didn't Luffy say it when the Straw Hats did their dreams?
Well, yeah. I mean, he wanted to become King of the Pirates, but at that point, he had already said it so much in the series that it was basically his catchphrase, kind of like Naruto's Date Bio.
Believe it.
Right.
But, so you're saying anybody other than Luffy can't, like, I'm not saying that they don't say it, because they do, but the panels, the way Oda draws it is that nobody else says, I'm King of the Pirates.
Other people shoot for it, but you have to consider, like, the Tekking 101. Love you, man. Watched a lot of your stuff.
More shameless plugs. There's going to be a lot of that in this channel. We shameless plug other famous YouTubers.
I mean, I don't think we should be that blatant about it. I might cut that bit. And that's exactly why it's a joke. We'll actually probably just leave that in there, you know. We'll edit it in post.
But we don't.
We'll edit that in post.
We'll edit all of this. You guys won't see it.
Not until we released it as a video. Anyway, so he made a point of saying that the phrase of I'm going to be King of the Pirates isn't something that somebody goes around and just says. This is because saying that you want to be King of the Pirates is saying that you want to stand against the Marines. Saying that you want to be King of the Pirates means going against all of
every other pirate.
Basically every other pirate, trying to stand at the top of the pirates, which means automatically you want to be better than the Yonko. Like,
that reminds me of that scene in Food Wars.
No, we're not going there.
I'm just saying, that kid walks up orientation, and he's like, I'm gonna be the best. Screw all of you Richies. I'm number one, and I might let you be number two. Right? So essentially saying I'm King of the Pirates is just that. You're essentially putting not only a target on your back, but anybody who associates with you.
Well, yeah, like, for instance, like that, like you say that in the New World, you're basically going, give all four of these Yonkos, ain't you? Like,
and one of those Yonkos doesn't have a devil fruit.
Really, man? Like, we all know about Shanks.
Red Hair Shanks was a beast, man, super beast. Up until
he's a beast, sir. You have to realize that the only thing that Shanks has done is lose an arm, glare at a Sea King, sit on the beach, laugh and drink with Mihawk and Ace, and he pulled out a sword at Marineford.
Wait. But when he got to Marineford,
I mean, yes,
he had fought Kaido, 3 days beforehand?
Yes, he had intercepted Kaido 3 days beforehand, but that was all completely off screen. So the only thing that we have seen him do as fans is pull out a sword.
Oh, he stopped Lava Man's punch with his sword.
That, like I said, he pulled out a sword. Oh, come on. Jokes of the fandom, and I can't even like nullify one of Shanks' most badass moments. Screw you too.
I mean, in my opinion, sure, stopping the Lava Fist was pretty impressive, but I think using Conqueror's Hockey on a Sea King
that Luffy could punch with a fist. I mean, I get this.
Luffy punched him, but Shanks made him run away with Conqueror's Hockey after letting him take an arm. Shanks let him take that arm.
I mean, we get that, but at the same time, that means Shanks literally let him take an arm on something that teenage Luffy could punch. What? I mean,
to help motivate Luffy.
Help motivate Luffy. Luffy was already motivated.
Yes, but sometimes what you need to push your prodigy in, like, to help nail the inspiration is to give them something, is to give up a little something. Like, he martyred his arm to make sure so Luffy would know, and He did it so the whole world would have a fighting chance.
That's not how that works. Like, don't get me wrong. I mean,
Red hair Shanks.
You have to realize that Shanks wasn't a Yonko at the time that he met Luffy, which means that essentially during that point in time, essentially Shanks would have ranked among supernovas.
Facts, but like,
which means if we're looking at that, if we're looking at that as a reference.
Is that a 10-year skip from Shanks leaving him to Luffy leaving on his own?
I think it's 12. I don't know. But
in that time, he becomes a Yonko. One-armed becomes a Yonko.
I mean, I get this, but you have to realize Luffy doesn't know what he's been out and doing. We don't even get the information that Shanks has counted himself among the Yonko until
like
the 300s.
Really? 300s? I figured it would be
Garp comes in and yells at Luffy. I think it's at like Water 7. And he goes, "Do you even know who Shanks is? He ranks amongst the 4 strongest people in the world. He's a Yonko."
At that time,
that's also the time that we got the drop for Luffy's dad being Dragon. But yeah.
So that means that there was 5 Yonko because Whitebeard was alive then.
No, there were never 5 Yonko.
Wasn't Whitebeard while he was alive a Yonko?
Yes.
And when Garp tells Luffy that, Whitebeard's not dead.
Which would mean that there'd only be 4.
Oh, I keep forgetting Blackbeard.
Blackbeard isn't considered a Yonko until he actually
steals from Whitebeard.
No, No. The world started to consider Blackbeard a Yonko after the battle with Marco. It was the Payback War that actually gave Blackbeard Yonko status.
Okay.
Yep.
I keep forgetting. Like, I know Kaido, Big Mom, and then Whitebeard and Shanks.
Right.
But I keep forgetting that the 3rd Yonko is Blackbeard.
Right. Alright, so, back to the chapter. Where's it Son to Odin? In the Journal of the Kozoki Odin, there was a great man who said the same thing. Of course, I wouldn't laugh at him. Your brother is incredible. Oh, yeah? A great man, huh? That's good to hear. Maybe one day me and Luffy should sit down with him for a drink. I bet you would have gotten along. Would have? Well, he's already dead. You're talking about a dead guy? There, it's done. This is your Revere card. So, wait. That's interesting. Yamato is the one who gave Shanks the Revere card.
Yeah, and the way it is implied is that she makes it or treats it. And look, I mean, you guys can't look, but it says, BAM! Right there. Right above the Revere card. It goes, BAM! BAM! It's real cute and tiny.
Yes, but that piece of paper will bring us together again. Tear off a bit of it.
And give it to your friends and you don't want to lose track of, or people you want to meet again. Ooh, let's meet up again one day, Ace. You bet. And then one day, Ace's card just disappeared. Shortly after that, I learned the truth from the newspapers. I learned that Ace was Roger's son, and that his little brother really had made a name for himself as a pirate. And that Luffy was the man you brought here.
And that was Luffy, the man who brought you here.
This is what Odin wrote about the future.
Yeah. No.
Hard pass. Don't do that again. Hard pass. Hard pass. This is jokes of the fandom. Now let's get Christmassy.
I mean, that's fair.
Ooh.
Oh, shit. looking like we got a true standoff here. And apparently they off-screened all the travel to the top of this.
They were on level. So
no, it had them on the stairs to level 5.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But at the same time, Kid had been essentially clashing with, or had been gathering metal with Killer. So it was kind of interesting that 4 of them are standing there, but it looks like 5 because Law is in the background.
Law, Zoro, Luffy,
Killer, and then that Kid. Anyway, here's another one. Okay, this one goes all the way across the front. Okay, and here's another one. All of you stay back and watch me fight.
Straw Hat! All of these fetching young heads, right for the digging.
Over 20 years in the future, powerful pirates leading the next generation will come swarming into the new world. If I'm dead by then, they will be the ones to strike down Kaido. Which is epic for sure.
Lin, can you guess what the boy said he would become? Right to my face!
Oh, he's a saucy one. He talked a big game to me too, and he destroyed my castle. You owe me an apology for that, Straw Hat.
Tick, tick. Oh, look at Luffy be a badass! He literally, I'm talking literally just poof behind them! He shimpoed right behind him!
Oh, no, it looks like Luffy just straight up walked past them.
And they didn't even notice.
But yeah,
like he's walking, and he just walks by them. Hey, boy, say it again. Tell us what you're going to be right here where we can hear you. You think they let him do that then? Is that Odin?
No. Those are the red scabbards. Like, literally, basically, Luffy is straight pissed right now. Like, those shadowed eyes right there?
Those are the infamous, I'm gonna F you up, anime eyes. You know when somebody is serious, when their eyes go white, when they're wearing glasses, or their eyebrow holders, essentially make their eyes the darkest of dark. You know,
when like the lines down their face. Like, okay, so he straight up walks past them to check on the scabbards. These guys are bloodied, beaten, and looking in some really tough shit.
Alas, Huff, when I pass on, I have nothing to show Lil Odin but mine. Shame. Wow, bro, you're dying real ugly, like.
Well, I mean, he did just get pummeled by Kaido. I mean, I don't know about you, but, like, you have to realize Oda just set it up that there are 5 people taking on 2 characters. And all 5 of those characters are essentially stronger than all 9 of those guys on screen.
1v1, I mean, definitely.
Right, I'm just saying, like, individual power. I mean, Zoro has already
been untested.
Well, no. He's crossed swords with Kinemon. And fended him off. Like,
tested.
Zoro straight up, no.
You can't tell me that Zoro walked into a fight, right? And literally, as far as I'm aware, I think he only had to put his bandana on once, and I think I might be wrong on that.
Well, are you talking like the entire series, or are we talking post-time skip? Because I'm about to wreck you a whole new one.
What I'm saying is, I don't think he has fought like, sure, he fights seriously, but not like he did against Mihawk in the East Blue.
Yes, he has.
Since the time skip?
Well, no, not since the time skip. That's why I literally asked you. Are you talking before or after the time skip?
Post time skip.
And the thing is, he hasn't put on his bandana. No. However, he did have to compete with Carrot. He never actually made contact with her.
I mean, Carrot's a unique case, because Carrot is somehow faster than Luffy,
No, she's actually stealthier than Luffy, which is actually kind of interesting. Sanji was already gone. Sanji has already been stated by Oda himself to have the best observation hockey.
That's interesting considering...
No, because Zoro's prominent thing is armament, and Luffy's is going to be conquerors. And while that's great and wonderful, it literally basically means that we do not have a confirmation about whether or not Carrot's ability to sneak is higher than that of Sanji's observation hockey.
It surprises me because Sanji has the best observation hockey considering Usopp's the sniper.
Well, Usopp just awakened his observation hockey, but like in the monster trio,
she's the sneakiest.
No. Like basically, even Luffy's observation hockey, which, mind you, just got that boost from Whole Cake Island.
That's fair.
He still did not sense Carrot or any of the minks when they were coming out of the trees. Alright, but moving on. Will you put Wano on your back? Of course I will. It's my friend's country. Hey boy, Sir Luffy, Traffy, send them all down below.
Traffy? Traffy? Is that what he calls them?
Yeah. Well, I mean, worst case scenario, he also calls them he also calls them Traffle Guy.
Traffle Guy?
Yeah. Because he calls him Traffle Guy like the entirety of Punk Hazard.
So,
what's
Kaido swings, but Luffy dodges, and it looks like he's active in Gear 3. Gum.
Wait, hold on a second. But okay, see, this is going to be different, and this is going to be dope in the anime because it looks like this is going to be a point where he is now investing Ryuo into his attacks. Which is like it's penetrating
armament hockey. It's armament hockey that you're forcing onto other things. It's essentially he's ki blasting out. Like it's the basic.
No, it's basically Hakai. It's destructive energy. Anyway.
Yeah, but not like on Hakai level.
I mean, I don't know about you, but if you can destroy something from the inside out.
Well, yeah, but
Hakai
evaporates shit. Hakai erases things from existence. The hockey that he's using breaks things.
You mean the Hakai that he's using?
I know you put up with my terrible jokes, so I gotta put up with yours. That's why you put up with mine, so I have to put up with yours.
He knows me too well. Raizo is alive and well.
We would never sell a comrade to the enemy.
Oh, right. This is basically like the emotional flashback. We've got the signature of like emotional bond between the Kozuki clan and the Mink tribe, and then we've got this flashback with like all the the big moments. Smile. What are you talking about? Death of a guy on the cross.
That smile. You literally were just talking about it when I said it.
No. The smile there is Nekomamushi, the cat guy.
Oh,
this is literally after they revealed that Raizo was perfectly fine. He's like, we'd never sell out a comrade because basically the entire Mink tribe went to war with Jack for the sake of defending Raizo. Okay, we crossed through time to arrive here from Wano 20 years ago, so this is showing like all the determination and will of all these different characters. Friendly oddball of Ebisu Town. Oof. Yeah, right. Yasue.
That's who I was referring to.
Rest in peace. Anyway,
that guy died a good death.
Okay, he just got hella murked on the stand. I mean, don't get me wrong. What he did for the revolution and to stop Kaido, most definitely. All respects to that man.
He died a good death. As in, sure he died, sure it was a humiliating death, sure it was like a degrading death, but his death, why it's a good death is like what his death did as opposed to how he died.
Right.
So because of the way the way he died combined with it's reignited the sparks of the flame, the fire of rebellion. That literally is the next panel. The fire of rebellion still burns, the sparks have not gone out. His death helped fan those into real fire.
Really not trying to have that in
it's out of the screen.
Yeah. Alright, so he's got this glare, and we definitely see the flames of Ryuo there. And
he puts Kaido straight in the face.
Straight to the face. Oof! Red Roke? Whoa.
No move! I want it in Jump Force tomorrow!
Not even the fact that, he basically just gear second and gear third, Kaido. But here's the thing. I like this, not just because it is a reference to the Hawk techniques, which are the gear 2 armament hockey, but the Rook, I believe. Well, no. Here's the thing. The whole thought behind how Gear 2nd's Red Hawk works is that it's due to the speed and force that he's coming in with that ignites the fire on his wrist.
I understand. I'm just saying this is an upgraded version of that.
I understand that that's an upgraded version of that, but the basis of the initial Red Hawk is that it's friction. It is speed and friction. Which begs the question of whether or not this is a Gear 3, Gear 2 crossover.
Well, you said it was the Rio Flames, so that
Ryuo isn't Flames. Ryuo is it's like blooming sakura, which is it means because
sakura is a flower.
It's blooming sakura. Based on the cherry blossoms. But which is one of the reasons why, when it's used, it has the petals. But like I said, the red techniques were always used in Gear 2nd because it makes him look red. But yeah, that joke happened.
Jokes of the Fandom, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that.
We can always just do this at the end of the last page.
I know. I'm just fucking. If you're gonna do the thing, I'm shameless plug all the time.
Shameless plugs.
The whole joke. It's the joke. Shameless plugs. Shameless plugs.
All right, but the real, like I said, the real question is just going to be: is this the first time since pre-time skip that we get to see a crossover technique? Because the only time that Luffy used Gear 2nd and Gear 3rd together is the Gamu Gamu no Giant Shell, which is what he used to make Gecko Moria spit up all of the shadows. Which is funny, considering we had this conversation about Gecko Moria at the very beginning of this chapter. Very beginning.
Kaido, what are you doing? How could you let him hit you like that?
On top of that, it's actually kind of interesting that there would be that sort of reference to Gecko Moria, considering Kaido is the person who killed Gecko Moria's crew.
Of course he gets punched in the face.
Well, I mean, of course he gets punched in the face. And then Big Mom looking over there wide-eyed, which is saying something because
she has tiny eyes.
Well, no, she's looking shocked.
Well, I mean, Kaido just got one shot. I mean, Kaido didn't get one shot at him. But, Luffy one time hit him, and Kaido just one-shotted Luffy.
Well, right. I mean, but, like, we're talking about the fact that he actually hit the ground.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, the last time...
Well, no, you have to consider for a second that Big Mom might actually consider him a threat at this point. Just for the sake that...
He hit Kaido.
No, well...
And I don't mean like hit Kaido. I mean he, like, hit Kaido.
Right. What I mean is, if you consider, even in the anime, when Toei extended the Kaido versus Big Mom fight, even with all of those punches and all of those hits, because I'm pretty sure she gets like one clean one on him where she just punches him in the face, he doesn't budge.
He's in fight mode. This was kind of like a weird... I'm not saying it's a sucker punch because it wasn't. It was a clean hit. But Kaido might have been like, you weakling, here, let me crush you like I did last time. And then Luffy's like, well, yeah, I mean, that's what you get, sucker. Check out my new powers, Red Rock!
Well, I mean, I get this. I'm just saying, like, it definitely puts Luffy in a new standing, and it definitely gives him an uprising. But more importantly than that, I'm concerned about what that says about the other characters. Because the thing is... Okay, so we've got Law there. Yeah, Law couldn't take out Doflamingo. But which Luffy did after their combined efforts alone. And that's fine, but you have to consider for a second the fact that this man has been stated that if he went after Doflamingo, Doflamingo would have been decimated. Doflamingo did not stand a chance.
Doflamingo...
And did actually, I believe in the anime, had him sweating bullets.
If I remember correctly, Doflamingo's a mid-level boss. Kaido is one of the ends.
Well, I mean, I get,
he's one of the 4 final bosses.
Right. I did also want to add in here that a lot of people, King of Lightning, I'm definitely going to call you out on this. You were talking about how that it just doesn't kind of make sense for Luffy to be going one-on-one. And most definitely, I can get that. That stated, I do want to say that Ryuo seems to be, in and of itself, a huge upgrade.
It gave Luffy the ability to hit Kaido and knock him to the ground.
Yes, but that's not the reference that I'm making here.
Oh.
What I'm talking about is, back in Udon Prison, the old and extremely emaciated Hyugoro of the Flowers tanked a Big Mom hit. Yes, he was still bleeding, but consider for a second that Kaido and essentially Big Mom can fight on equal terms. Hyugoro of the Flowers was able to take a punch of anger from a Yonko
with advanced armament.
With advanced armament hockey.
It is armament hockey.
Which begs the question, how much of an increase is Ryuo?
Well, here's the evidence.
Well, most definitely.
I mean, before Luffy went to prison, Kaido one-shotted him.
He's not one-shotting Kaido right now.
I'm not, but again, he couldn't do this before he went to prison.
Yes.
Don't go to prison, kids. You're not going to get stronger. You'll just get more criminal.
We're
Yeah, but I don't want people to watch it and be like, oh, go to prison, get stronger.
Absolutely not.
But I mean, what I'm saying is that the evidence literally is in the pudding. He couldn't hit Kaido, like, he hit Kaido before because Kaido got caught off guard or let him in his dragon form, but when he was in his human form, he one-shots Luffy straight out of Gear 3.
Gear 4.
He one-shots straight out of Gear 4. Now, this is Gear 3.
I get this, but before all of that, the last time, I love the symbology here. Alright guys, that's all we've got today for the jokes in the fandom. However, we will be coming back next week with Season 2 of The Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, and we also want to do Season 2 of Dr. Stone Wars. That stated, we will have plenty of other content coming soon, and as always, Plus Ultra!